about me so that you know how it is that I've come to know this stuff. So when from the age of about 14 to my early 20s, I lived in a neighborhood that looks like this. It was full of acreages, fancy cars, and indoor pools and all of those things. Christmases, we had tons of wrapped presents and my stockings were always full and overflowing, and my mom really put a lot of effort into it. But I had this distinct feeling all my life that something really important was missing. And at the age of 16, this is where I lived. This is a Google map. So my house is in the middle, and we had a neighbor who lived off to the right of us. And he was a lucrative plastic surgeon. So one day we trekked across the grass there to have conversation on his balcony. And this is me when I was 16. He had a good assessment of how I looked, and he informed me that he could fix the dimple on my nose. This one, right here. I don't know if you can see it. I'll give you a close-up. Do you see it? See the flaw there that should be surgically helped? No? Well, neither did I. So I was actually quite disgusted by his suggestion. And the awkward silence that followed, and the weird feeling that he had this desperate need for approval set in. What happened the next day was shocking, but not surprising. Because I felt his desperation, his suicide made sense to me. And I couldn't have explained it when I was 16 years old. But the energetic impression of his desperate last days were stamped into my being. I can still feel it. I knew it, and I felt it in my body. Now, a lot of us have these energetic stamps. We call them trauma these days. It reminds me of a quote from Bob Marley. He says that some people are so poor, all they have is money. And this reality, this rich culture, was my reality until I lived and moved and worked in India in 1995.